Hey everyone, Lemonade Gang here. You didn't see me wave, so I'm gonna do it on this hand. Hi. Just a quick little talk about Honkai Star Rail 3.0, and it's a bit of a disappointment. Not gonna lie, I'm not underwhelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just whelmed. That fine ground of like, that's kind of the intro, by the way. So my biggest issue currently is probably the story. It's a fine story, don't get me wrong. Like, it's Greek mythology, it rarely misses. I mean, but when it stinks, and I don't want it to go this way. Love the characters, like Tree Baby mentioned, just everyone really. Even Castoris, I hate the design, I'm not gonna lie. She looks like a bootleg Acheron when she's the ultimate, well, I say bootleg. She just looks... Acheron's like the definition of less is more, and I feel that's what Castoris should have been. And I was a bit kind of biased by it. I was like, ooh. She's one of those characters where she's depressed, dead inside. Like the main villain in Wuthering Waves. Turns out, no, she's got a nice playful side, and I judged too harshly. That's on me, that's my bad. And I was just, like, fine on... Oh, Belly, I'm just gonna say Kevin. You know, you can slate me, I'm just gonna call him Kevin, it's way easier. And accurate. He's like your generic, cliche hero guy's like, I'm gonna save everybody. And then he saves everybody. Like, what more do you want? I'm just pissed. Well, I'm just angry that... Like, we get cutscenes every so often. Like, 10 seconds, like, whatever. The biggest grievance for me, though, is, as I will show everyone right now, except me pulling her up. Well, let's go. My biggest grievance is... where is it? Where the fudge? Was when we got roundabout here. We came all the way in. We've set foot. Picture this: humanity just colonized Mars, or we've made the first step on Mars. We plant a flag, and nobody cares. There's no big fanfare. There's no big like, oh my god, this is insane. Huge step for history. It's just, oh yeah, we did it. That's what we got in 3.0. Just, yeah, in game. Yeah, just place a transporter. Boom, that's it. And let's go talk with Aglaia. Or Aglaia, whatever her name is. Also, great character. It's just like, let's go talk with her rather than focus on the fact we've just stepped foot on a planet unknown to the path of Trailblaze. We'll gloss over that. We need to go talk to this woman immediately. Am I missing something here? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like... Am I missing something here? Is that like... Are we meant to gloss over that? Yeah, so what from what I've played so far, I'm like maybe 3 hours in. But it's felt like 15 because it's just... Oh my god. I love the story. The storytelling is garbage. We had like 7 minutes of just a PNG of Aglaia. And that was it. Her talking. And I say 7 minutes, it was more like 4 because 3 of it we said, close your eyes. And the screen went blank. Well, not blank. The screen went black. I'm like... This is cheap, this is lazy. You wouldn't see ZZZ doing it. Because it's unfair comparing like 2 different companies. Let's compare the same company. Like, even ZZZ's like storytelling is like, oh, it's all like web novel, like, you know, light novel-esque. Kind of like, oh, here's like a still picture, but we'll kind of like make it vibrant and stuff, and we'll do stuff, and we'll captivate your audience. It's not just... Oh, we'll capture your gaze. It's not just, please stare at this picture. This bland, boring picture. Do you like the story yet? Are you engaged? Do you care about these characters? No. And you get people going, hey, you leave my multi-billion-dollar company alone. They're doing their best. No, they're not doing the best. Doing their best is what ZZZ did. They rewrote the entire story and made the game actually playable. Or, better yet, because it was playable before, they made it fun to play. And I don't like ZZZ that much. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan. I'm kind of like, whatever. Is it like, it feels too furry for my tastes or whatever? I don't know. It's just something about it, I'm like, And before anyone's like, oh, maybe you just can't pay attention because of your autism. No, I can. That's one of the things. It's just I like to hyper focus on stuff like the story. I love 2.1 is probably my favorite. Yeah, it's probably one of, if not my favorite patch in not only Star Rail, but gacha games. Like the whole avoiding spoilers in case anyone's not played it. It's just everything built up to it. Like, sure, 2.0, there's this mishmash of characters in Predatory. So we kind of introduce you like, okay, I guess we'll see that later on. 2.1, it all kind of came together. Aventurine, shout out to the GOAT, the best character in the game. Don't at me. Oh my god, he's beautiful. Just play-wise, story-wise, character-wise, everything about him is great. Oh, I'm just like, we could do, and everything after that's like, even though it was downhill, it was just dragged out. The story was still great. I was still hooked. I loved it. I was invested till the end. Even Sundays, people were like, oh, it's such a yap fest. No, it wasn't. It just felt like it was, because they just stood there kind of like, that was it. It was like 3 character models. I don't know, it's just, it could be, if I was to rate it, I'd probably give it like a 6. 6.5, maybe a 7 if I'm feeling generous. Maybe it picks up, we see more of the characters. It's just do better. It's comparable, honestly, to Wuthering Waves 1.0. I'm just kind of like, there's no hype around it, but or whatever hype there was slowly died down. 2.0 was of Star Rail hyped up. We had a music video, we had constant coverage. 3.0 was like, here's some weird live action skit that you probably make sense, maybe, who knows? Although I just want better. I've not even got started on the predatory systems. For example, you could say, oh, it's a free game, you don't have to spend money. Like, we play a gacha game, like, it's like, oh, you don't have to spend money, you can do free to play. But yeah, but where's the fun in that? You're just gatekeeping yourself behind fun. It's like, oh, I'm going to do a level 1 no-hit Dark Souls run. You don't have to do it to have fun. No one's forcing you to do it, but you do it because you like the challenge. You don't have to spend money. The same with gacha games, you don't have to spend money, it's just, yeah, I'll do it. And then eventually you're just like, okay, I'm done now, I'm bored. Whatever. It's like me, it's easy. If I wasn't free to play, because I barely played the game anyway, at some point I'd be like, well, I need to spend money because people like my hobby exist. I mean, power creep's a whole other topic for another time, but yes, it's real. Yes, it can hurt. Fix that shit. Apologies for the sound. I'm still kind of recovering my voice. It's just very, very rough at the moment, so apologies if I sound really weird. I'm not sorry. Get over it. People get sick. Yeah, so it's like, oh, I'll go in the store because you want to trade stuff. Immediately, it's kind of like, yeah, buy stuff. Like, hey, you better buy stuff. Yeah, so a better example of predatory systems. Whatever this thing is, if we added a reroll system, dog shit. I mean, like, these are selectable things, if I see if I can get them. Yeah, so you want to get, like, the customary substat, you need 1 of those. You want 2 substats, 4. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm gonna invest so much in the reroll dice, and you don't even get to pick what rerolls. It's just random. And it's like, oh, I've got 1 in, like, flat defense, I guess I'll change it. I guess I'll reroll them. Cool, I've got 3 in flat defense. Yeah, the value of money you spend for all of that just isn't worth what you get. Alright, so, I'll be honest, I spent way more than I should have to get not only Jade, who I really wanted, I accidentally pulled Bronya, finally. And obviously the Herta because she's an Emanator. We've all learnt the lesson of Macaron, we don't skip Emanators. I don't regret it. I wanted to do that. I can't recommend it for anyone else. But I'm also not going to say, yeah, you shouldn't spend money on this game and then do it myself. Because that's just hypocritical More importantly, that's me telling you how to enjoy your time and your fun, and that's... Nah, no one should do that. Unless your right definition of fun is hitting yourself with a brick in the head, then yeah, don't do that. That's not fun. That's serious. That's playing Genshin Impact. And it's a case of like, you can't just say, oh, if we quit the game, they'll stop doing it. Like, they'll stop making everything predatory. That'll fix it. No, people are still going to play the game. What we need to do, this is what I'm making this video for mostly, is to get my frustrations out. But also just... like, be more vocal. I don't know, just social media exists for a reason, use it. Just be more vocal, it's like, hey, this game is great, except this one little thing, please change it. And it's just, go from there. Because if we don't speak up, we're just going to keep getting fucking shafted. I don't... It's like the reruns. The free rerun banner is insane. You look at the characters, Linksha, Fei Xiao, and Jade. Maybe Jade aside, the other two, almost guaranteed must pulls. And we finally got it back. What are the chances we won't get this back until 4.0? Or 3.5? No, keep rerunning it. This is a great change. And also, if you think about it from like a business point as well. If you think about it from a business point as well. It's like, oh, I'm only going to spend money. I can only afford to spend money on this one character this time. I'll get them on their next rerun. But if they're not going to rerun for like 8 patches, you're not going to care anymore. It's going to be like, oh, whatever. Obviously, spend money at your own risk. Be reasonable. Or be responsible, even. But yeah, that's kind of it. Just, you know. Let me know your thoughts. If you react to this, hi. You know, let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Links in the description. Do it. Subscribe. It takes 5 seconds. I'll wait. We'll count now. Cool. Did you hit that subscribe button? Thanks. Well, with that, that's all of it from me. Once again, I've been Lemonade Gang. Stay refreshing. Alright, so real quick, I want to add on, so I gotta add on more. Oh my god, fix the fucking wish system. Wolfing waves, you guarantee the weapon. Why isn't it the same for light cones? Unless it's just, I'm gonna wring out some more money because, you know, Hoyoverse in a nutshell. And so, I wanted to add on something a little bit just at the end because it slipped my mind completely. Fix your weapon system. Or fix your wish system even. Like, there's no reason this shouldn't be 100% guaranteed. Because there's no guarantee you're not going to get the character anyway. So you can always get it on, like, reruns. There's a reason I keep joking, like, oh, reruns are for the weapon. Like, reruns are for the light cone. Because you get the character first. If I got the light cone first, I'd be more inclined to pull for the actual character. And if I got Herta's light cone, I don't have Herta's light cone. But if I did have her light cone, I'd be like, okay, now I'm way more inclined to get Herta because best in slot for a reason. It's why I waited for this rerun to get Fei Xiao's light cone, because I got Fei Xiao. I wasn't going to break the bank to get it, but maybe, just maybe, if I had this, I would have been more inclined. Moving Waves, for example, Carlotta, I got the weapon. I was way more, like, motivated to get Carlotta herself because I've got her weapon. Am I crazy? Am I missing something here? Please, tell me I'm missing something. I don't know. Starrel is so close to just... There's a fine line. Here, you have great game. Here, you have bad game. Starrel are just constantly here all the time. All the time. Which is a shame because I love this game. In fact, this game is the sole reason I started doing this. I'm going to stick out as long as possible, but the second I'm like, I'm no longer having fun, I'm out. I'm not gonna pull a Genshin where I spent God knows how much on characters I didn't even need. Shenhe. However, let's just listen to the player base. Give us what we want. Even if we don't know what we want, like, just do better. You did better with ZZZ. Just, you're capable of change. You can do it. Just fucking do it. like I said, yeah, that's it for me. Stay refreshing.